all will be revealed, people. I'll say no more. Hello everyone, welcome to Big Brothers Little Brothers, day 34. That means it's, let's say, do a bit of mental arithmetic in my head and tell you that's 2,885,400 seconds since the people have been in the house. Or for you people at home, that's 801.5 hours, and the 0.5 is all important there. The headlines today, a very special day for one of the housemates. It's Elizabeth's 27th birthday. Thanks. She'll be getting a vote, won't she? We're finding out what's in store for Betty's birthday later on the show. However, not such a good day for Paul and especially Bubble. Yesterday, they were both told they're going to face a public vote on Friday, and this is the moment they found out.
The housemates nominated to leave the Big Brother house are, in alphabetical order, Bubble and Paul.
Gutted.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
That's life, yeah. Of course I am.
As you can see, their sense of shock pretty much descended on the house. Bubble admitting he was gutted, but the boys reacted to the news in two very, very different ways. Take a look.
Yeah.
Bubble, you all right, love?
Yes, of course.
Poor mate.
Oh, thanks very much.
Mate, I'm expecting every week until you got rid of me.
Oh, matey.
Bring it on again!
Is it right? You okay?
Yes, mate.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool, mate. I know that I've been nominated for some vote.
Sure. You sure you're okay?
Yeah. Gutted.
You gutted.
I came here for one purpose, you know? And my theory was if you don't get nominated to the end, at least here at the end, you've got a chance to win 70 grand.
Okay, now the nominations... Sorry, I have to put on my squadron leader voice now, don't I, because I got this. Nominations were as follows, everyone. Paul had 6 nominations, as you can see. Amma, Bubble, Dean, Josh, Elizabeth, and Brian. What is very interesting, however, is it could have quite easily been a 3-way tie. So essentially 4 people, if I'm right in thinking, could have actually been up for nomination within the same week. Bubble had 3, as you can see, but Helen and Josh had voted for him. Helen and Elizabeth had voted for Brian, which is a big shock. And Helen and Paul had voted for Amma. Now, Paul was the last person into the diary room, so if he hadn't have voted for Bubble, then Bubble would have been a 3-way tie. However, he did vote for Bubble, thus making the score 6 votes for Paul and 3 for Bubble. Paul, let me tell you, at the moment is 8-1 on favourite to be evicted on Friday. Paul would be there, and Bubble is still, and this is inexplicable, 3-1, second favourite to still win the whole thing ahead of Brian. Joined by lovely Narinda. Hello there, Narinda.
Hiya.
Are you shocked to hear that? He's still second favourite to win the whole thing, even though he's up for nomination this week.
It's because of that certain newspaper, and he's bound to... I bet you he does win.
Okay, that's funny you mentioned that. Dean and Amma in particular, by the way, were absolutely shocked about that nomination, and it's making the headlines. You mentioned the paper already. The Mirror want him out. Inexplicably, the Mirror's arch-rival, The Sun, have taken a completely different tact, and they're backing him to win. How about that? Okay, we'd like to have Dominic Moore on the line right now. Hello, Dom.
Hello.
How are you?
All right, thank you.
Excellent stuff. Now, you started a huge campaign. You said you were going to start that last time you were on. It went out the next day. Are you surprised it's up for eviction?
Yeah, I am in a way. I'm very disappointed because I think that, as I said last week with Narinda, I think that, you know, the housemates are deciding to vote out the stronger characters, and I think that that's bad for the show. So that's why we're right behind Bubble, and we think that, you know, we're going to keep our campaigning up till the end of the week, and hopefully we can persuade the public to keep him in.
No, did you engage Brain before you thought of Bubble? He's not a nice person.
We think that, you know, he's a
Brian
fun guy.
you should be
Hang on,
backing.
go on.
Who should we be backing?
Brian.
I think he's a fun guy. I think that he's set out his stall. He's not a wannabe like certain members of the House, you know, who want to carve out a career in TV. He said that he wants the money.
He is so a wannabe.
Well, he said straight away that he only wants the money. Now, I mean, other people, including yourself, obviously want to carve out some kind of TV career, but I think, you know, he's a father of one. He's a good working class boy, as Craig was last year, who won. And I think that, you know, that he's entertaining to watch. He's certainly not boring like Paul.
OK, Dominic, what lengths are you going to go to make sure he doesn't get evicted? What can you do? I remember last year there was a helicopter incident, wasn't there?
We've got a few tricks up our sleeve.
Oh, have you now?
Which I can't obviously reveal, but we're we're just going to start. I mean, you know, he's on the front page of the newspaper today. We've been talking to members of his family. You know, we just want. To be honest, I don't think he's going to be voted out. I think the public will realise that, you know, they'd rather see him on TV for the next few weeks. And I think that Paul's number may well be up.
And how much of an influence do you think you'll have on Friday's result? I mean, I forget who you backed last year.
Well, we didn't back Nick, that was for sure. I mean, but, you know, we've swung elections in the past, we think, so we think we're pretty confident we can swing this one too.
I'm getting a lot of inhales, but they have swung elections in the past, there's no doubt about that. Dominic, thanks very much for coming.
Saturday's paper has somewhat won it.
Lovely, OK, that's one more than commercial reference you're allowed, but I'll let you off on it just now. OK, now Bubbles Bomb may have finally burst, but it hasn't been all doom and gloom for the cat in the hat. Yes, indeed, let's take a look at him as he ran on during the dancing task. Oh! Jeez! You remember that, didn't you?
I love that. I just loved it. I was so happy he fell. I thought he was going to break his back and be taken out of the house.
Lovely, that's fantastic. OK, Bubbles not the only one of the housemates, however, has been keeping the group entertained. Anyone of a nervous disposition should please look away now. Oh, my...
Oh, no! No, not the blood! Oh, my God!
It's moments like that that make you question why you work in television.
It was brilliant.
I feel dirty all over. What moments had you crying with laughter since you were in the house?
It was actually very similar to that. It was when Amma pulled down Brian's pants and I saw all his bum fluff. I was just like crying until I nearly peed myself. It was so funny. But then anything makes you laugh in there anyway because it's so boring all the time.
Really?
But it just made me laugh more than anything.
Bum fluff and peeing ourselves in the same sentence. We're going down today, people. OK, we want to know who or what has amused you. Our talking point today is quite simply, what makes you laugh? I'd love to give you the number. However, we've got a laugh-a-minute comedian. We should be queuing up to give you the number right now. Let's take a look.
You can phone Big Brother's little brother on this number.
You're a crazy guy, isn't he? Oh. OK, the funniest response wins these. Ging, ging, gong, ging, 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 gong. A pair of original Elizabeth knickers.
They're not typical Elizabeth knickers, because
They
I saw
are.
all her knickers and she hasn't got anything like this.
What are you
They're
talking?
so tacky.
How dare you. Now, all this week, we're giving them away, ladies and gentlemen, to the best email or the best caller about what's made you laugh. All this week, the housemates have been practising this week's record breaker task. They were given 4 tasks. The group, unfortunately, only bet a pathetic 10%. That's £5.70 on the shopping allowance. They had to do 4 records, only had to break 1. This is who was nominated in an attempt to break the records. Dean was nominated to break the sugar lump tower. That's 1.02 metres in 3 hours. Bubble, sweet corn eating, 169 in 3 minutes. Brian, bubblegum blowing, 58.4 centimetres. And Josh, cream crackers, 3 in 1 minute, 22.36. Today, the tasks began at officially 3:43 p.m. All right, there's a lot of numbers there, people. Got my GCSE on the second time round. Guinness World Record adjudicator Della Houses, I'll make sure, was on hand to make sure the task went well, and this is what happened.
Stop.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well done, Brian.
Well done, Brian. 10 was the biggest. Wonderful.
Come on. Well done, mate. Excellent.
Glad to be joined by Della now. Hello, Della.
Hello.
So, what were you looking out for today? I mean, what does your whole job entail in that
There were
respect?
4 records that they were doing today. The Sugar Cube Tower, basically no hidden means of being able to support it. It had to be 1 cube at a time, no wetting your fingers to dampen the sugar cube.
Really?
Yes. And basically they had to beat the record of 1 metre, 2 centimetres. The sweet corn eating, it's a bit more difficult because they had to have 1 toothpick, 1 at a time, being put in the mouth, and they weren't allowed to flatten them. We were being asked could they scrape them with their fingers. No.
Okay.
So that was a bit harder to adjudicate. And the bubble gum blowing, just 3 pieces of bubble gum, they could chew it for as long as they wanted and then had to blow a bubble, which would beat the world record of 58
That's a toughie, isn't it?
centimetres. It is
think that's
toughie,
the
but
hardest
Guinness
one, I
World
reckon.
Records are there to be broken. So
Shit, you're
there
right.
you go.
And I love the way you got the old product in as well. There. Okay, and the Big Brother was watching carefully. We did notice Dean did very well on the sugar. Now, I know you can't confirm
Very well.
anything,
Now,
but it's done very
Dean,
well so
I think
far.
people would have seen that he actually got over the world record. We've still got to verify the distance because from the screen you couldn't really tell. But then he dismantled it and started all over again because he had another hour to go.
He's a trier. That's why, you know, he's a trier. Okay, and was there any foul play whatsoever?
No, not really. No, not that I could see. So I think they all did very well today.
And lastly, what happens if they pass? What happens? They get given
If they
certificates or
pass,
something?
they will get a Guinness World Record certificate. They'll probably get that on the way if they get left out. And we're hoping that if we can get them verified, they'll be in the 2002 edition.
Cracking stuff, Della. Right now, I was walking around the office yesterday giving it the whole I am when it comes to the cream cracker task.
Given you
So my
this.
producer said, "Where are you?" Let's take a look. Now the record, I believe, is three cream crackers, 1.22. Yeah.
0.3. 1 minute 22.3
0.36.
seconds.
Yeah, okay, well, we couldn't really do that, so I've just got a clock up there for 1.22.
Well, I've got my stopwatch here, so
Stopwatch now.
I've
I'm not
got
allowed to drink any water or anything.
Not during it, no.
Inexplicably, you've provided me with 6, like I'm going to do that. So we'll
You'd be difficult
give
to
this a
try
go,
one,
all right?
I think. Okay, 3, 2,
Right.
1. Oh, very sedate. Now the knack here is that you don't make him laugh because when we actually had to try and do this in the studio, and the problem is that if you make him laugh, it goes down the windpipe all the crumbs.
Can you do a high maneuver?
Carry on eating. Carry on eating. And you're not allowed to make any crumbs. And then you do it. You're not allowed to pick up the next one until you've swallowed the last. No, you've got to put it down.
Come on, swallow.
And then I need to see inside the mouth that it's clear, I'm afraid, which might not be a very pretty sight.
All right. Come on. I'm getting all nervous.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on.
Spit in my mouth.
It's the studio lights really that make it dry, mouth dry.
Clear.
No, it's not clear.
Oh!
30 seconds.
Celebrate, man.
Oh, this is rotten.
No. Come on, Dermot.
I'm rubbish, aren't I?
It's
so easy.
No, it's more difficult when you talk at the same time. 1
Go
minute.
for once, Dermot. Go on.
Now you see, I have to disqualify you for that. No, and you know the prop guys made you the special golden cracker. No.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well done though.
Right.
Robin. No effort. What
Shut up.
No effort.
Try it at home.
All right, I will tell them, do not try it at home. A man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for? I thank you.
What?
Don't try it at home. Coming up after the break, we'll be finding out how preparations are going for Elizabeth's birthdays, but first, this is what Bubble told us before he went in the house. They're very Moorish.
I'm going in there expecting to come out after 2 weeks. The reason being that way I won't be disappointed. However, I wouldn't go in this if I didn't think I could win it.
How long do I think I'll last in the house? I think that when I first go in, if people see me as being quite a cocky person, and that can happen because I'm very, very confident and I do tell people the way it is, then maybe not very long. But I think that if my true colours shine through, then I think I've got, potentially could win it. But if I'm being totally honest, because I haven't met everyone else, I reckon maybe 5-6 weeks.
Welcome back to Big Brother's Little Brother in the gallery here, so we need intelligence plus glamour equals Helen Hawking. Hi, Helen, how are you?
Hi. Very smooth, but it still doesn't make up for the fact that it was a terrible attempt at the cream cracker record.
Shut up! You love it when one of your betters makes a mistake. Okay, so Elizabeth's birthday today. I believe there's been somewhat of a dilemma, hasn't there?
Yes, she was given the offer of either a running machine or pampering products.
Lovely, all right, let's take a look.
Happy birthday thing.
Come on, why already?
So early. I mean, Elizabeth, for your birthday, Big Brother is giving you the choice of presents. You may have either a running machine in the Big Brother house for 1 week, or experience the ultimate pampering party while you spend the evening in 5-star bliss.
What did she go for?
She went for the pampering products, and baskets and baskets of lots of exotic stuff are going in very, very shortly.
But there's a but though, isn't there? This comes out when?
Comes out tomorrow at midday,
That's
so they
very
have to make the most of it.
Yeah, can they like empty it into containers or anything? Ooh,
They
we don't know about that,
shouldn't
do we?
really, but they are being allowed hot water in the evening, which they're not normally allowed. So I think they'll have a bit of a bathroom fest.
Oh, nice. Helen, thank you very much. Certainly appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Lovely Elizabeth was born 27 years ago. Take a look at her. Oh, bless her. In Penrith Hospital in Cumbria 27 years ago. Let's take a look at what earned her, lovely Elizabeth, a Big Brother audition.
A friend once said I'm an experienced junkie. Maybe I am, but what's life for? It's for living. So maybe I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
What is going on today's show? It's just like a big bum
Elizabeth's
fest.
bum.
Does that surprise you?
She told me about it and I was dying to see it. So, no, it doesn't.
OK, we've got a couple of interesting facts. She has an amazing capacity to belch on cue. This is absolutely revolting. Did you ever hear this?
All the time. But she did it nice and poshly.
Shut up,
She
did she do it
did.
nice and poshly?
She
Look,
did.
take a look at the evidence.
I'm sorry, that was
Dude,
disgusting.
That's so rank. I'm sorry, but that makes me feel nauseous. One lady who certainly doesn't make me feel nauseous is her sister Fiona, who we have on the line. Hello, Fiona.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, Fiona.
She surprised me, that girl, you know. She's so demure, and then I see her like a VT like that. It totally freaks me out. Is getting naked in the cornfield and all these things we hear about her, you know, is that natural for her?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it?
Depends how high the corn is, though, I suppose.
Oh, really? Is she very much of a low corn girl or a high corn girl?
I think it depends how spontaneous she's feeling at the time.
OK, now she's got a lot of stick for her infamous cerise mohair jumpers.
Yeah.
Why does that hold a special place in her heart?
Well, actually, when she came on, when she said she was coming on to Big Brother, she said, I don't care what people say about that jumper, but if it's going to be cold down there, I'm taking it.
Oh, bless her. OK, and what does she usually do to celebrate her birthday? What's the most outrageous birthday you've had with her?
Oh, God. I mean, generally when she's at home with family, we just tend to, you know, have meals and just drink wine, and which she usually spills on the carpet.
Does she then
She
get
spilled
naked
it
and
on
run
the
around the
Big
house
Brother
with a bit of a laugh? Or...
She spilt the wine on the Big Brother chair as
She's
well.
a bit of a wine spiller.
She
OK.
is, actually. I've got a lovely patch on my carpet where she spilt red wine.
Lovely, thank you very much. Anyone else has any patches, please do get in touch with us. Elizabeth is responsible for. Thank you very much, Fiona. It's a pleasure speaking to you. We've also received this birthday message from her boyfriend of 3.5 years, although it's certainly not 3.5 years old, Steve. You're 27th on the 27th, something that will never happen again. This is the craziest of letters because although you don't see it, thousands will. Have a great day. Love from us all, especially me, Steve. And he also called us this morning to say that Liz will be wearing something quite interesting on her birthday suit tonight. Strategically placed stars, if you know what I mean. So especially for Elizabeth, we have some of her most magical moments so far.
This is the Betty Boo hat. It's got to be elegant, it's got to be stylish, it's got to stand out, it's got to be sexy.
Everyone here is so pretty.
Never saw you.
No, everyone here, I can't believe it. Oh, lovely. I was like the really ugly duckling.
Is that feeling all right, your arm?
Oh, yes, it is now.
Am I a prude? Am I being a prude here?
Honestly,
you look glowing.
You look glowing. Exactly.
Pride.
You will be nice to Brian for a few minutes.
Bessie, the dark horse.
I don't know.
Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen, our talking point today. Wasn't that nice, by the way?
I was lovely.
And you left her a scarf, I believe.
I
is that right?
did. I did for her birthday. I liked Elizabeth. She was really nice to me. She respected my religious beliefs, so thank you, Liz.
Excellent stuff. She only has had one nomination, do you know, since she was in the house.
I'm not surprised. She's a good girl.
I think Helen nominated her in the first week, I believe.
Foolish Helen, as usual.
Foolish Helen, as usual. OK, I'm talking about today. What makes you laugh? Give us a call, 08709019070. We have Sue from Newport on the line. Hello, Sue.
Hello.
Sue, what makes you laugh in the house?
Oh, Brian, definitely.
Yay.
Yeah.
What exactly is it about him? Is it just his camp misdemeanour, or is it...
Everything, I think. Especially on the early hours of Sunday morning. All the boys went to bed, and Helen turned the light off, and she was teasing him, and he was saying, don't turn the light off. And he kept seeing demons in the mirrors, and Bubble was crawling around the side of the bed. And it was just the expressions on his face. He is so funny.
Yeah, we were slightly worried about the fact he was probably smoking banana skins or something.
Yeah,
We started seeing demons around.
I mean, my husband was not, he doesn't watch it as much as I do, you know. And
Why?
Well, I think it's sort of, I don't know.
I've words to know about that.
Yeah, but I watch it, you know, most of the time, and we were sat there watching it, and he was laughing so much. I mean, I literally wet myself laughing so much early hours Sunday morning.
Very apt place to end that conversation. Thank you very much too. Certainly appreciate that. Deborah from Leeds we should have on now. Hello, Deborah.
Hi, Dermot. Hi, Narendra. I'll just say I miss you so much in the house.
I've never been to your house.
Person in there.
She means me.
Oh, does she?
Get away.
Go on, you. Tell us. What's the funniest moment so far in the house? What makes you laugh?
What makes me laugh is watching Helen and Paul flirt, because watching two idiots flirt it's like monosyllabic words. Neither of them actually understand a word they're saying. And watching them just makes me laugh. And could you imagine their baby? I mean, I know you said it the other day with
See the offspring yesterday.
But if they had a baby that was intelligent, I would feel so sorry.
You're a slater, you, aren't you?
She's worse than me.
I know. You two should get together. I'd love to see you out on the night out. Thank you very much, Deborah. Should I have a Yasmin, sorry?
Jessamine.
Oh, I beg your pardon, sorry.
That's okay.
I can do numerous pronunciations to get them all wrong. From Northampton, Jessamine, what's been your favourite, the moment that's made you laugh most?
Okay, Brian.
Yeah.
Is when he first cleaned out the chicken coops.
That was hilarious.
And he went in and he was screaming like a big girl's blouse. He's screaming, they're evil, they're demons. And I've never heard a man squeal like a soprano before, ever. I just thought he was brilliant.
Excellent.
He hates them demons so much.
Really?
He gets like psychologically stressed so much he won't pale one day.
He hates
He
the
hates
demons.
them, the chickens, so much.
Okay. I believe we have, okay, yeah, this is good. The funniest moment so far is seeing Bubble run into the chair and the table and there was no one around. There was no going around for days because he was in a sleepy haze. He'd been he'd been asleep. Sorry, this makes no sense whatsoever. Anyway, it was a gymnastic flip, like a fish out of water to finish off 9.9 for the effort. Love it. Bag of one in no time. Very strong, Debbie from Colchester, and I believe we have that as a VT now. Take a look. There we go. Ow. You saw it here first. It's nasty. Thank you very much, Debbie. Go on.
Rachel Cross, the funniest person in the house has to be, without a doubt, Brian. I couldn't stop laughing for about half an hour when he was running around the Big Brother house with Narinda's knickers on his head. I was really annoyed about that because they were not nice knickers.
Okay, Maya from London. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. What's your most favourite comedy moment like?
Oh, it was when they were doing that whole dance task thing. Hi, Narinda.
Hiya.
Hi. They was doing that whole dance task thing, and Elizabeth had to wake up in the morning, and she ran out there. I think she ran out there with Helen, and she had really saggy knickers on, and it made me laugh so much. They were grey and saggy. Just stop winding me down, or up?
No, I'm winding you down, sweetheart. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Take care. Okay, this is the winner, however. It gets the knickers. Please, can you get Naz to do a Janet Jackson dance again? It's very funny from Ray Payne. Very briefly, I've only got like 15.
Nasty bomb.
She's not allowed to say that, however, never mind. It's on tomorrow's show. Thank you very much. We have Paul and Bubbles' relatives. See you then. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.
If you feel the need to catch up on recent happenings in the house, make a date with Channel 4 tonight at 10, and E4 goes in live at 11:10. Trouble behind bars next night. Norm's stirring it after the break.